A monster shot. It is out of here.
Hey guys, I got a little bit of memory left on my camera to film you guys a quick fantasy baseball update. And what I'm going to go into is disabled list and how to manage it, and some guys you can use for replacements for your hurt players. So what I want to say first off is, if you've got some hurt players, don't give up. Stay in there. View it as a challenge. View it as the fantasy baseball challenge to still win your league, or at least finish respectably in spite of having some hurt players. And those hurt players won't be out forever. They'll be back. You know what I'm saying? You got to win anyways, just so you can brag to your friends it's all your skill and not luck. All right, so let's get into it. So some players I've got hurt right now on my teams are Josh Donaldson, Madison Bumgarner, who else? Oh, Nebel, the closer on the Brewers, Salvador Perez, catcher from the Royals. So I need quite a bit of backup players to help me out there. Some of you guys might also have had Elvis Andrus, who's hurt right now, and or Byron Buxton, who's out with migraines, who I've got on a couple teams. So let's go to who I'm using right now to replace those guys, and you guys can tell me other people I might need to look out for as well. All right, so right now I'm using Azurvo Cabrera to cover for Josh Donaldson. He's got a lot of flexibility, so he could also cover for you guys that have Elvis Andrus hurt, because he's eligible short and third, at least in Yahoo leagues. Excuse me. Now my Salvador Perez replacement has been Francisco Cervelli. He's kind of an oldie but goodie. He's making good contact, so it's kind of league specific, batting average leagues, maybe not OPS leagues. I don't believe that guy's got very much power. There's one catcher possibility there. Now here's a pitcher. Now pitching is something everyone's always looking for. We've heard in the comments people are having a hard time getting it. And this is a guy I think is overlooked a little bit, and that's Zack Wheeler. Remember, the Giants picked him 6th overall out of high school because of the type of power pitching he was able to do, the 95-mile-an-hour plus. He hasn't reached his full potential yet because of some injuries, needing to work into that Mets rotation. But I hear Matt Harvey's going to the bullpen. And, the Mets gave up Carlos Beltran to get Zack Wheeler, so they're not just going to give up him. They're going to stick him in there. He's going to get strikeouts. He already had a great start this year. I think he's going to be in the Mets rotation quite a bit the rest of the year, so go grab him. Now another guy that might be helpful if you need some pop to replace power hitters that are hurt, or some good hitting, is Jose Martinez. I saw a stat that he's hitting 340 since the All-Star break last year. The guy's on fire. He may not be great in points leagues because he misses some playing times, but categories leagues, I think you should try him out if you have some injured players to cover on the DL. One more player I'll mention, and it's another pitcher, and that's Chris Stratton. He threw a one-hitter in his last start, and I believe he's pitching again today, so let's see how that one goes. But he's a former first-round pick, and I've heard he's got one of the best curveballs in the majors, and he's going to try to throw that pitch more from now on, and it's been very effective since he's gone to more curveballs. So I think he's going to find his way, and he might end up being the best Giants pitcher right now by the end of the year. Cueto's off to a great start too, but Stratton's doing well. Now, those are just a few names of people. I believe I named 5 players, so 5 players to help you out with your hurt players. And now you might notice these are players that may not be great all year. They're just in hot streaks. So that's what you got to do, is remember, a lot of players are hot for a couple weeks, then you got to go back to the waiver wires. Make yourself king of those waiver wires. Tell the other people in your league you're the best guy at waiver wires out there, and show them how dominant you can be. There's my little pep talk for you. And what I'd say is, holding on to injured players is always a tough call. But I would say those irreplaceable, top of the line guys, you definitely hold on to as long as you can. Especially if you've got DL spots, like a Bumgarner. I think he's talented enough to, and he'll bounce back. So a guy that caliber, I think you do hold on to. If they're not quite that caliber, it's hard to say. I would still hold on to Salvador Perez, of course. It just depends on the roster size of your league, if there's disabled spots. But don't hold on to it for too long. You got to have spots to use those waiver wires to replace them and keep those hot players coming into your lineup, and dropping those ones that are getting cold, because you don't have that superstar anymore that you can just leave in and forget about. All right, so stay on top of that. Now, before the memory card runs out on my camera, is what I gotta say is look out for a softball bat review video. We just finished hitting with this thing right here. It's the new DeMarini Steel for 2018, and it's for those people that have or city leagues that require single wall aluminum bats. I know they're not everybody's favorite, but this is my favorite out of that type of bat. It's got no spoilers, but the review of that, we just filmed myself hitting quite a bit with it, so you can see my hitting style, give me critique on that as well. And that should be coming up within a few days. I got some footage to edit. Just depends on getting the time. All right, so stay dumb, give us comments, keep on top of the dumb guys. We'll help you through your fantasy baseball year and try to get you to the top. All right, thanks. Later.
Dumb guys.